Well, my friends, I'm back on the video, episode 24 of Hirogaru Sky Precure. So, let's get into this video. So, the episode opens up at the house where the mission is being, their second goal is now being complete. If you get what I mean. So, Masha goes to tell Sora, right? Sora's obviously watching over catching Shalala. Masha whispers it into her ear, and Sora sprays. She actually woke Shalala. She pushes whatever Shalala's in mind. She doesn't know what the good news is. It's going to inform her. And that they can now go back to Skyland. So they open the portal, and off they go. Um, so, okay. Alright. And Yo-Yo invites the king and queen. I was happy to see him. Yo-Yo feels in what happened. Let's show the notes. So anyway, news spreads that the Precure survived the Kid and Queen. What's happening? So it hopes this puts some parents' minds at ease. It's pretty cool that they're famous now. Like I said in the last episode, this is the first season where the characters' parents know their secret from the start. No hiding, nothing. They have to keep a secret identity on Earth, yes, but that's not what I mean. I mean the characters' specific families know they're Precures. So, yeah, except what Aki has. Yeah, well, that's not very much of a problem since Aki has 18. Right, it's like an all-star movie. It's going to be the first modern Precure movie not to have the not feature a mid-season cure. Because of how long it's been taken to be induced. So, judging by the movie's release time, I assume the mid-season cure will be introduced sometime after the movie comes out. Either either late September or sometime in October. Because they do it in November. If they do it after Christmas, that wouldn't make sense. They won't have enough time unless it's just a one-off. Or it just could be like Candy from Smile Precure. That season didn't have a mid-season cure. And Candy became technically became a Precure in the final battle. I'm not very much familiar with it, but I'm not because I've not seen the entirety of it. But if you see it, you probably know what I mean. It might be something like that. They could be doing something like that, but I don't think anything obviously hints at a mid-season cure. But they weren't planning on introducing one for the entire season, only just saving it for the last 3 episodes. What's the whole point of the ending then? Because it's obviously, why not just make it so there's no open spaces? But they deliberately added open spaces. So they're gonna have to introduce it sometime soon. But it's gonna be after the movie's release. Which I think is coming past at September. Yeah, I think it was September. So maybe in a few weeks after the movie. That's just my guess. I got spots on my arm. So yeah. Anyway, he wasn't my baby. That the Phantom was on. There's gonna be a parade held for them. Riding pals. Basically, you know those birds they ride? Those are the pals. They obviously took inspiration from Final Fantasy here. It just like YouTuber as in Zone poke fun of that. Because they do look a bit like chocobos in the Final Fantasy series. Just, not yellow. So, yeah. I mean, at the time the season came out, most anticipated Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 16, was coming out. And now it's recently come out. I'm not playing it because, PlayStation issues right now. Once it gets sold out, though, I definitely will buy it. I'm surprised the characters have accents. And actually use the F word, which I don't think I ever heard in Final Fantasy. I'm not sure they actually had it in the games, though. If you know, please let me know in the comments down below if they ever said the F word in previous games. Dialogue games, that is. Pardon me. Anyway, Marshall's definitely scared. I'll give you on Sebastian going ahead. So I does her best to help Marshall, but she's not doing good experiences. Marshall's useless at it. Hey, someone said Captain Charlotte who wants to have a nice chat. They're talking about things. She comments how Sora's grown. Sora says it's thanks to her. But she comments she's not the only one who helped her grow. As Marshall shows up at the perfect time. Saying she's able to write it now. So happy. It's the connection you have friends that help you grow. It's a pretty cool moment. The king and queen are looking at Elle's drawings. It's pretty cool. Very clever. And Yo-Yo's house is seen to become a second home for her. Which they don't mind. Because they really care about her there. If she ever... maybe when after Elle grows up, they could go visit the real world. Maybe, unless they cut off, visiting the real world. Like I said before about the enders, I don't think they're being voted on. It's just a guess, but if they're being voted on, then why they would have choose different cures every week? No order. Anyone. No, they go in a specific order. in 2023 all the way back to 2004. Well, according to first set, all the way back to 2009. And you clearly see that's a problem. They were just lying. I just know it. Why do fans do that? Why do Japanese fans vote for the previous year cures of a week? Why not, if it's a vote for your favorite cures? I'm not getting off topic. I'm just saying though. When you put it in perspective, I just think it's a massive lie. I just think it's a massive lie. I wonder why they don't try and create a backdoor party for a spin-off series. This is how successful Precure is for girls and boys. I want to make a male-oriented spin-off. Or crossover with an old Magical Girl IP to bring it back in the modern day. No. Did you know one of the old Magical Girl anime, Sally the Witch, had a manga published in Ribbon magazines? Ribbon magazine. You know what it is? It's a magazine for girls owned by Shueisha, the people behind Shonen Jump. One of those iconic manga lines. Yes, real note. They also publish a manga based off the Little Witch Academia series. 3 times, possibly. Not Shueisha published a manga 3 times of the story of the anime. But the first 2 times were just based on the 2 short films. I didn't know there were 2 short films. I think the first one years ago, by the way. Can't remember where. I guess it was on YouTube. Yeah. I was confused when the show premiered on Netflix. I should actually get that show and watch and do a review on it. Since coincidentally, the voice of the protagonist also is the Japanese voice of Gon. And in the dub, too. I'm not joking. Like, Ako's dub and Japanese voice actors both played 2011 Gon in Hunter x Hunter. That's actually pretty cool. One point is the two one-shot manga based on the 2 short films were actually published in Shueisha's Ultra Jump line. Yeah, I'm not joking. According to Wikipedia, they were publishing one-shot were publishing Ultra Jump. I don't get why. Like it's not really an action-packed series, is it? I think. Okay, really haven't watched the anime much, so don't go hating on me. Point is, I learned some manga Shueisha actually published under the Ribbon magazine line, and in their Playboy magazine line, like Kaneko Man. Don't ask. Wikipedia. I don't know if I do with Precure, but I want to talk when I get the opportunity to talk about this. You know the manga Speed Racer. Well, most of the anime. It was based on original concept manga, and you see the manga adaptation by Tatsunoko Productions, tying to the anime in the late 60s. And the manga was published in Shueisha's Shonen Book, the predecessor of the Shonen Jump. It's not a anime Tatsunoko Productions. It also had a manga, Kunai Senshou. Now, Wikipedia is more contradicting itself. Now it contradicts itself in two sentences above each other. So yeah, I've heard Kunai Senshou's manga was publishing Shonen Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump, but which it says at the top in Wikipedia, but in the lower section, it says the publishing company behind the manga version. It says Shonen Book, not Shonen Jump. How contradiction? That is very contradicting. Look on some sites, it's Shonen Jump. I think Sandy's sick. I won't be I shouldn't include anime that will have manga that's supposed to tie into upcoming anime, like Tezuka. He actually did have a manga published in Shonen Book. Not joking. He worked with Shueisha once before. He published a manga. I can't remember what it was called, but it was an old manga. Obviously, apparently Tokusatsu. I like to see some of his old anime get remade. Like the previous two Astro Boy anime. What about little kids? Preschoolers, for God's sake. Astro Boy's not a manga. It's not a manga for preschoolers. Oh, it just bugs me a little. They had 3 stellar adaptations of the manga. There are 3 stellar adaptations. 60s, 80s, and 2000s. 2 decades apart. Each of them are 2 decades apart. A lot of you people who probably watch this channel grew up with the 2003 version of the 2000s. Me, I got introduced in Astro Boy through the 2009 movie. Yeah. Not really my fault. I didn't even know it was a manga or stuff. Because when it was a movie, I just saw the original 60 series on DVD one point in HME. This was years ago, by the way. And over the years, I just eventually learned entirely about Astro Boy. You know, I should give the manga and animes a watch. Let me watch the movie. Get proper opinions on them. The movie was not made in Japan, but it's based on a plot. But it's gonna be a tricky one. It might be on my animation channel. Let's see, tricky. Did you know before it was being animated on television? The manga was actually adapted into a live-action series a few years prior. I just watched the YouTube channel Wookin about about the evolution of anime. Well, it's time during the war, it's time pre-war, then during and post-war. All the way up to the creation of Tetsuwata Atom. I'm getting off topic. I apologize. Where was I? And there's the drawings. I purple light somehow. Oh, I was trying to imitate the Precure's transformation. A purple light appears out of her. King of Queen sees and recognizes it from home. Anyway, they call in the cures for this. They thank them for everything they've done. Also, they want them to take Belle back to Solar Shield City. When they ask why, they tell them the story about Elle. Elle was called a Destiny Child. They found she was given to them a year ago by the same star we saw earlier. And coincidentally, it's the same purple light from the ending. Does this hint at Elle being a mid-season cure? But his fed, she's a baby in during the Christmas album, which is announced later this year. So it doesn't really make sense. Unless she's not the mid-season cure. Since we already got voiceovers, it's going to be a different character. The same voice as Kaguya. Since Elle's voice actress is the same as Kaguya. I don't even know it. I only got into Kaguya Sama Lover's War just recently. It's a good anime. If you haven't seen my reviews on it, just go check them out. I have a great time just watching the show. And it's funny. Also very heartwarming about its characters. My favorite character of the second season is Yu Ishigami. I just want brilliant, tragic backstories and great character development. I really like that. If you haven't watched the series, just go check it out. Okay, Ishigami is one of my favorites, okay? In season 2, that is. One of my favorites in season 1 or 3. I like them all. The reason I like Ishigami in season 2 is because of the backstory. Fleshing him out more. And we flesh a bit out to Kaguya. We don't get much fleshing out of Kaguya, much. The only time we get to see the old Kaguya is during the first season of the end story arc. We're still waiting on season 4. And going off topic again. Anyway, the star says that El's a destiny child. And he must look after. She'll be rising up to protect Skylands on its fatal doom. So the voice has to be caregivers. And I'm thinking the king and queen decided to agree to it, as we obviously know. They took care of Elle like their own daughter, even though their time would be short. See that star again. Shows it's time to let Elle go. It's sad. They are sad about it. Heroes agreed to this. They will protect her even more now from Manga. Ken tells Elle that once he reveals her destiny, come back home. Really good. No. Anyway, it's time for the parade. Anything happy? Cousin Charlotte tells her this will be the last time she'll be she'll be working under her. So must find her own path to becoming a hero with her friends. And it's good advice. If you want to be a hero, create your own path. Don't be like someone else. And that's good. Good advice. Like other heroes, such as Nightwing. Well, not exactly Nightwing, because he's still technically like Batman. But different. You get my point. Anyway. A dark cloud appears in the sky. It's called a bad cloud or something, I don't remember. It's a rare thing that happens in Skyland. When it happened, Bray's ruined, but he also not gonna let the play be ruined. So, they said to transform for this. You know, this is the only thing to transform to. There's no fight in this episode. No, Batamamam! And finally get the Sky version. Finally! I'm getting sick of the other versions. I just wanted the Sky version so I can put on my videos properly. Because it's just been more consistent. And just having so many damn versions. It's like the many different versions of the Star Twinkle group transformation. Because they're short, they're different focus cure in the episode gets the front part. Anyway, we're gonna march to clear the sky. I was actually going to tell them what. As the episode ends on a happy note. Next episode, the Curious will be going to the zoo. They'll be going to the zoo. So, and seeing this, the preview seems to focus on one character, a warthog or piano. I don't think it's a new antagonist because we still got Buttermonda. And we haven't really seen him being properly destroyed or anything. Or is someone else temporarily taking over? Who knows? We'll just want to see. Anyway, the cure of the week is Cure Prism. Yeah, I don't really care about those much because really, So I'm gonna do now because I want to say the last. I want to say the last two league cures from 2005 to 4, from 2004 to 5 and 2006 for the last two episodes. Well, not last two episodes. You get my point now. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Be updated always it comes out in the future. I'll see you all later for more videos. Chill Phoenix out.